wrote the song. Thoughts become action, tell me what's happening. What's your mind wrapped in, wrapped around, wrapped around, wrapped around.
How's it going, guys? Welcome to FM Nation. You're listening to Jamie and you're watching the Parma Resurrection. Today's episode we're going to be playing Triestina and Piacenza in a double header. I wasn't originally going to play the Triestina game, but in the last game we played Alessandria and we won 2-0, but Pavia, who were top of the table, lost 2-0 to Renate, who are battling relegation at the moment. So that's seen us go top of the league. So potentially we could win the league today in the first game, well, the second last game of the season, but the first game of this episode we could win the league against Triestina. But potentially it could go to the last day of the season as well. So we're going to play both games, and because of that, I don't like the episodes to run too long. So I won't be doing a highlight reel here. This is just going to be a quick double header episode, but we'll go through the results review. We'll review the results since the last episode, which was against Como when we won 2-1 with a last minute winner from Xavier Santos. But since then we've played 6 games and there was a lot of goals. It was like we scored 2 goals in every game, so I mean that's 12 goals already. That's 12 goals straight away, and then we conceded to like 9, so that's 21 goals. It's a lot of goals to be watching, especially when we've got 2 games to play. So we'll just go through the games. We'll go through the results review. We'll review the results very quickly. So we played Monza the game after the Como game. We won 2-0. It was a potential banana skin because Monza, they were on a bit of a good run of form at the time. Not great, but they were upsetting teams. They were beating teams who were kind of up the top end of the table. I'm sure that they beat Piacenza and took points from Pavia as well, and Provercelli, and I think they'd run Provercelli quite close as well, who were top of the table at the time. But we went in at home, we matched them, went 4-4-2. We played a better game than they did. We never really looked like losing the match. We scored in the 10th minute through Agostino Camilliano, and then we were only 1-0 all the way through, but we never looked like losing the game. It always looked like we were going to score, more likely for us to score. Dabro scored in the 2nd minute of injury time. He wrapped the game up. Quite a professional job really, and it was a good 3 points. Provercelli we then played, who were top of the league at the time. Quite a disappointing result, that one, because I felt like we could have won the game, but we were the better team for most of the game until Ireland Ageti got sent off in the 73rd minute. They scored in 42 minutes, just before half time, but we came out second half and we were the better team from like half time onwards. But Ageti gets sent off in the 73rd minute, then they scored to make it 2-0 a minute later in the 74th, and that kind of fucked the game for us. It ruined the game for us. But we pulled one back through Roberto Insigne on the 88th minute, and I thought, wait a minute, we could maybe salvage a point from this here. So we went gung ho. We had a couple of chances, which we never took, and then Ruggiero added his 2nd goal of the game in the 91st minute, and then Di Roberto pulled on back in the 92nd. So I thought, wait a minute, we could still salvage something. But after Di Roberto's goal, they kicked off and they made like 3 passes, and then they blew the whistle. The ref blew the whistle. So bit of a disappointing result, that one. So I felt as if the game was there to be won, we didn't take it. So then we played Renate, which was a good victory. 2-1's a bit of a flattering scoreline for them, I would say. We missed a lot of we missed a few good opportunities. You can see there we had 13 shots and only 5 on target. But we were 2-0 up. Masulo put us ahead, and then Di Gennaro own goal put us 2-0 up just after the break, and we never really looked like losing it from there either. We changed our mentality to controlled, and we slowed the tempo right down. We kept possession, and with their defensive setup, it was never really likely. They pulled one back against a runner play, a wee counter attack that they hit us on, but after that, it just never really looked like we were going to lose it. So a good 3 points against a team battling relegation. Then again, the inconsistency creeped in. Went and played Albino Leffe, who are mid-table at the time. We went 2-0 up within 21 minutes. Marco Dabro with a double, 20 minutes and then 21 minutes, and I thought, great, we're on easy street here. I changed our formation to this on the right hand side, the kind of 4-1-2-3 formation. Just because I done it because my scout report, my next opposition scout report, said that Albino Leffe struggle against this setup, so it was like their weakest formation to play against. So I went with that, and then we got off to a good start. I mean, we got off to a good start, but they scored 2 minutes after Dabro put us 2-0 up, so it was 2-1 going into half time, and my assistant manager suggested that we encouraged them to keep playing the way they're playing. I usually, when I'm only 1 goal up at half time, I usually tell the players not to get complacent and tell them that the job isn't done yet, but I went with my assistant manager's advice at the time, and it looked like the encouragement never really spurred them on, really. I'm assuming that Albino Leffe's manager gave them a lot more inspiring team talk than what I did, and they came out the blocks first. They came out the blocks fastest in the second half. They got a goal in the 60th minute, and then the 66th minute, and I thought, fuck, we're going to lose this now. And I went for it. I just went for it. I went and put 3 guys behind the centre forward and just left the 2 in the midfield. We went to 4-2-3-1 narrow, but we had a couple of chances. Never really looked like scoring though. A couple of chances off target and that, and like a long range shot or two, and then we get stung on the counter attack by Leonardo Machete. Made it 4-2, 4 minutes into injury time. I'm never really going to retrieve anything for the game at that point, so it was a disappointing 3 points lost, especially being 2 goals up within 20 minutes. But yeah, disappointing collapse. You know, our arses went and we just kind of threw the game away. So after that, what I did was I changed our training to this team. I went with the main focus to be defending, and I changed the intensity level to high. I then made the match training, the match preparation training 2.5 days, and then like this 2.5 blocks, and then so that you're getting a good balance between a high amount of defensive training and then attacking movement in the match preparation. So that seemed to have worked. It seemed to have worked. If you look back at the schedule here, we then went in, we played Pordenone, we beat them 2-1. Pordenone are a team who we've defeated them every time we come up against them. We've beat them. They usually play 4-4-2, but they changed their formation this time round, probably to try and kind of mix up a wee bit and maybe upset the apple cart and beat us. But we took the lead through Dabro 17 minutes in. We were a much better team, much better team, and all the highlights were going our way. Then second half, they got a goal 62 minutes in, and I thought, we're going to throw it away again. I was panicking, but then we got a penalty 2 minutes later. Roberto Insigne dispatched it, and from then on, I just went with a controlled mentality again, keep the possession, slow the tempo down. Because they've not really got any guys out wide, I focused our play down the flanks, so we kind of looked comfortable after the penalty and the tactical change. We then played Alessandria 2-0. We beat them, and this was the game where we went top of the league. We were 0-0 at half time, mainly due to this formation that they play. I can't express enough how much I despise this formation, but this was the reason. This formation is the reason that we now play the formation we do, because if you've been watching the series, you know that I came up with the formation that we're currently using to counteract these defensive setups that we come up against. It's a high pressing kind of counter-attacking, or attacking if you like. It's all about kind of forcing them into mistakes. We got a goal. It was a free kick from Rodrigo Alborno, made it 2-0. 1-0. And then Agostino Camiliano got on the score sheet again. Not bad for a centre half. Made it 2-0, and we just, from there on, from 2-0 up and their defensive setup, we just went and controlled the game again. We changed our mentality to controlled and went with possession again, and it's worked every time that we take the lead and we go with the controlled kind of formation, the controlled mentality and the possession play, slowing the tempo down. It seems to work, especially in Italy, because teams are so defensive, and when they go behind, it's hard for them to get back into the game if you don't give them a chance to. So maybe that's a lesson learned that maybe I can use the next time we're playing a team like Pro Vercelli or Albino Leffi when we find ourselves in. So although it was 2 disappointing defeats there, it was a lesson learned harshly, because when we were leading, I felt we'll just keep going for it and try and win by as many as we can, but it doesn't always work that way. So this brings us to this game now. Unione Triestina. They're 17th in the league, second from bottom. They're already doomed to a relegation playoff, but it doesn't mean they've got nothing to play for, because they're still only 6 points clear of automatic relegation with 2 games to go. So they could still get automatically relegated, so they definitely have still got something to play for. And Pavia, who are our closest rivals, they are playing Venezia, but it's at home. But we all know Venezia, we all know their tactics. It's a potential banana skin for Pavia, which I'm very happy about. I didn't think I would ever find myself cheering on Venezia, but in this game I'm going to make an exception for it. The team selection is just going to be the same as it was against Alessandria. I'm going to make one change. I'm going to take Calcagni out and put Di Roberto in, just because Di Roberto is a more natural winger, and they only play in Triestina play with wing backs, so I want somebody who can hurt them down there, down the flanks, because that's where we're going to focus our attacks, down the flanks. Going to look for the overlap, play down the flanks, high tempo, fairly wide, short passing, retain possession, not be more expressive though. I'm going to take these 2 off, and actually we'll get the float crosses in, because Dabro is quite good in the air, but we can change that if it doesn't work. We'll go with that just now, and then we'll see you at kick-off. Alright, so here we are at kick-off. Gasparoni gets it from Dabro, and it comes to nothing as usual with the kick-off highlight. We've got Insigne with a free kick on the right hand side. D'Alessio clears, Franco picks it up. Is he going to play it down the line? He does, and Gioia goes past his man, plays it wide to Mule. Mule cuts inside, plays to Giorno. Varfrage, oh, it's a good tackle, but oh my god, they've hit the bar, they've hit the crossbar. Bandini clears, Fazio gets there, Franco out wide, plays to D'Alessio, Fazio, Giorno, Franco, but Bandini wins it. Oh, it's a scrappy game at the moment. Giorno plays it out wide to Mule, and come on now, Borno, do something to attack him. Well done, well done. So Palmiero, D'Alessio, Giorno inside to Varfaj, Gioia. Oh, it's a good tackle by Ajeti. Dabro picks up, he's driving down the line, takes it past one man. Can he go past him again? Oh, it gives a good ball to Marcelo, out back to Alborno. Come on, Alborno, get a wee ball into there. Fiordalino, Marcelo, back to Alborno, gets a ball in. Oh, it's cleared, but Ajeti picks up Fiordalino, and it comes to nothing. And Sani with the throw in plays it long, but Alborno to Marcelo, and now Fiordalino drives down the wing with it, beats two men. Can he get a ball? And he does, and Dabro's there, and it's a save by Marcelo, and Di Roberto can't put it away. So we're almost at half time, and still 0-0. We've looked a better team so far, but it's pretty evenly poised, to be fair. But we've had the best of the highlights. Dabro's picked up a bit of a knock, and it says a potential upper body injury. It said on the little flashcard that comes up at the side, it said it was a potential chest injury. So hopefully, I hope that's not too serious, because if we don't win this game, we're really going to need him for the Piacenza game. Dabro's got a habit of not performing when I live com, which frustrates the fucking life out of me, because he absolutely bangs them in off screen, and then he just seems to not be able to perform on screen. I'm going to give them a bollocking here, because I'm seriously not happy. A team like Triestina, we should be beating 100%. Away or at home or away from home, we should be beating them. So a team bollocking and a few individual bollockings, and I think we should be good to come out of the traps running. Alright, we'll see you at the first highlight of the second half. We've got Alborno with a throw to Marcelo, inside to Fiordalino, inside to Gasparoni, goes up top, but Sani goes long, and Varfaj picks it onto it. Good tackle by Ajeti. Fiordalino goes wide to Dabro, and Mule with a bad tackle. Is he going to get second yellow? Come on, send him off. Send him his marching orders. Ele Bath or Erasmo Mule. This could help us out here. This could be a key moment in the league title race. So we've gone for a little bit of a tactical change now. If you look at the tactics on the screen there, you should see our tactic changing in a little second. We've gone with that 4-2-3-1 now, with attacking fullbacks as well though, because we've only got one guy up front there for them, so we're hoping that we can kind of just overload them. But we've got a free kick from Insigne here, gets the ball in, and Ajeti is there. Arvind Ajeti makes it 1-0 to Parma. Get in there, go on my son. And it's a corner from Fiordalino. Ajeti's there, and Camilliano puts it in to make it 2-0. The centre backs have come to the rescue for Parma. Fantastic. Fiordalino gets the ball in, Ajeti knocks it on, and Camilliano, oh, absolutely fantastic set piece that is. That is exactly the way I set my set piece up, and it's the first time I've seen it actually come off like that. And I've been caught up so much in the excitement that I forgot to use my other two subs, but that's okay, that's fine. It means they'll be fresh. Everybody will be fresh for the next game. 2-0 victory over Triestina. Very happy with that. Got to give them a wee bit of praise for that. They came out in the second half and done the job they needed to do. Happy with Ajeti's second half improvement, as well as Marcelo, because I gave Camilliano, because I gave him a bit of a bollocking, and Marcelo definitely, and that's a bit of relief there, because for a while we looked like we weren't gonna do anything in that match, but Pavia have drawn with Venezia. Pavia have drawn 2-2 with Venezia at home, so we only need a point against Piacenza at home to win the league. We'll see you at the Piacenza game. So here we are, final day of the season, Piacenza at home. Pavia drew against Venezia in the last game, which means we only need a point at home in the Del Ducato derby. With it being a derby, and Piacenza still get something to play for as well, though they could potentially still lose their playoff spot if they don't win today. So they've still got something to play for. Massive blow for us. That injury that Dabro picked up in the last match has put him out for 2 weeks. So we're now going to have to play with Xavier Santos. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the same formation. Camiliano is also suspended, so we've got 2 key players missing. Two players missing from the spine of our team. I'm going to give Dennis Tanucci the call just because he's our captain and we need that kind of influential player in the team at this point. And Ricardo Improta will take his place in the bench, and Xavier Santos is going to come in for Marco Dabro. But other than that, it's going to be pretty much unchanged. So it's a nail biter, this one, really. It's a nail biter. Don't want to let this drag on too much longer, so I'm just going to make 1 or 2 tactical changes, because not in the formation but just in the way that we're going to be playing, because they set up this way and that it lends itself to defend well against our formation. So I'm just going to make our system rather. So I'm just going to make a couple of changes tactically, and then we'll hopefully we'll see it kick off, and hopefully we can do this. So here we are at kick off. Santos goes back to Tanucci, out wide to Di Roberto. Can we get something straight from kick off? Bandini looks inside for Gasperoni, goes out into the channel for Insigne, but it runs out of play and comes to nothing. Salah goes long with a goal kick. Serva heads down, Yebli plays it to Tanucci, now give it out to Di Roberto, plays it into the channel for Insigne. Can he get a ball in? He does. Marcelo's there, but it's a save for Salah. It's been a lively first minute. Salah's going to go along with it again. Severino gets the ball in. Oh, and it's gone wide. Got Alborno there, gives it to Marcelo. Back to Alborno, gets the ball in. Oh, and is it Insigne that's knocked it in? It is. Insigne gets on it. The keepers came out and had an absolute clanger there. Let's see the replay. Marcelo gives it back to Alborno. Alborno gets the ball in, and the keeper, I don't know what the keeper's doing, but I'll take it. Insigne just slots it home there in an empty net, and it's 1-0. Come on, it's party time. Got Kercherone. Oh, get away. Cafiero. Bit of a heart attack moment there. So we've got Ajeti here. Fiordalino gets the ball in. Ajeti back to Marcelo. Gets the ball to Fiordalino, hits a shot, comes off the bar, and it's a goal kick to Piacenza. So we are 1-0 up at half time, and Simeonato insists that we should encourage the players to kick on in the second half, but the last time we done that was against Albino Leffi, and we threw the game away, and I think we also done it against Pro Vercelli. So I'm going to assertively tell them to guard against complacency. And Di Roberto looks stressed, but that's okay. It's natural to be a wee bit stressed in this kind of... I maybe took Di Roberto off and maybe about 10-15 minutes into the second half for Ricardo Improta, just in case... just if he's having a bad game or whatever, he's not dealing with the stress too well. But fingers crossed. I did see just before half time that Pavia are winning 2-1 away from home, so they're still in the hunt. So we need to, but we're good, we're looking good, because we only need to draw, remember, and we're winning. So I mean, we can afford to lose a goal, but we don't want to be thinking like that. So we have kick-off now. Pachi plays it to Tamaro, Raffini back to the goalie, and it comes to nothing. 60 minutes in now. I've taken Di Roberto off for Improta because his performance didn't really improve. So we're hoping Improta can come in, maybe give us an assist for that second goal, or even get a goal himself. So we're going to make our second substitution here, but I'm going to take this opportunity just to let you know that I've seen that Pavia are now drawing 3-3, so it's all looking good. It's all looking good at the moment. If their game stays like that, we could even afford to lose this match, but we don't want to do that. We want to give the fans a title party with a victory. So we're going to take Xavier Santos off because he's not having the best of games, and we're going to bring on Francesco Forte, and he's a big target man, but he's going to be playing as an attacking target man rather than a supportive target man, because we need somebody to spearhead the attack, because Roberto Insigne is our kind of false nine, is kind of the deep line forward. So we'll get Francesco Forte into the box. I'm going to go and change the kind of crossing styles and stuff like that, because I've got it as low crosses at the moment. We don't want that when we've got a big 6'5" centre forward up front, so we'll change that. And then hopefully we can see this game out here. So hopefully we can see the game out. So we're getting Gasperoni off and bringing Calcagni on, just because Gasperoni's his condition was looking not the best, so it didn't look like he was very fit. It looked as if he was running out of gas. So we're getting Calcagni on for a few fresh legs, but we've got a corner to defend here. Cicciarone, and it comes to nothing, which I'll take all day. And it's 4-4 now with Reggiana and Pavia. So that's kind of confirming our status as Serie B team. Bandini gets the corner in, it's cleared out. Bandini goes back to Alborno, and the whistle goes, and it's 1-0 to Parma, and we are Serie C champions. We'll see you at Serie B next season. Come on, Parma, get in there, boys, get in there. Very professional job, thoroughly professional job. When I take a look at that league table, 5 points clear, a good win run at the end of the season there, and also Pavia's 4-4 draw with our rivals Reggiana. That kind of wrapped up for us, so we are Serie C champions. It took us two attempts, but we'll take it. We're now in the Serie B. I'm going to have a quick look at the Serie B, who kind of teams we're going to be playing next season. Brescia, Ascoli, teams that stick out for me. Even Empoli as well, who have got, I don't know if they still got Macaroni up front. Sassuolo and Cagliari look as if they're going up, but who's coming down? That's the big question. Who are we going to be facing next season from the top flight? We'll be playing Latina, potentially Verona, definitely Verona, but we'll be playing Carpi or potentially Frosinone. So it's gearing up to be a good season next season. We'll wrap it up there. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed the episode, and if you've not already done it, subscribe to the channel and you'll get an update for when the first episode of the third season is out, the Serie B season. We are on the rise, and the resurrection is well and truly underway. Thanks for watching. See you again. Bye bye.